Project Nigel.
Good morning, this is Project Nigel.
And so is that car there.
And this morning, Project Nigel and I are going to Halifax to collect a piece of exhaust.
Can you guess why though? Can you? Can you guess why? I might need some exhaust components.
And another wonderful drive of the M62 on a glorious English day to go and collect some exhaust. My wife is sat next to me, but she refuses to be on camera, which is probably because she's so ugly. Just going through an area now called Triangle, and when I first started with car things, I had a little storage unit down here. Well, it wasn't really a unit, more of a shed where I kept all my parts, but things just kept going missing. It was like the Bermuda Triangle.
That rather daunting creature over there is called Wainwright Tower. It's basically just a folly.
And at 198 feet tall, it is believed to be the tallest phallic symbol in Europe.
629.
Just had a rather uncomfortable moment there, whereas the BMW stopped in the middle lane of the motorway for what appeared to be no reason. But he had his hazard lights on, so I guess that makes it okay. That lady in that BMW then looking at my car as if it shouldn't be on the road. Well, at least my car's got indicators.
There we have it, one middle section of exhaust.
Briefly then, that piece of exhaust was taken off a Rover 45 by me a few months back.
I subsequently sold this piece of exhaust to a chap called Andy. He took it to fit onto a Rover 45, which I then delivered from Halifax to Swinton. But the chap who bought the Rover 45 decided that he would prefer a new piece of exhaust. And in the meantime, my exhaust failed on the ZS, which meant that piece was still available. And that's why I went to collect it.
And that's that.
Now all I have to do is fit that onto that, kind of underneath it somewhere.
Stay tuned for unbelievable levels of incompetence.
I've got to decide whether I want this thing to go swimmingly well or just go incredibly wrong, just so you've got something interesting to watch. I'm not really... Oh yeah, another thing. I decided that all this mess in this lockup here, as my wife was coming down here, she could clean it up. She didn't, I ended up doing it myself. So, with a slight struggle, that piece of exhaust is now out. But there's a remaining bit left. Yes, the broken bit's still left on there. And with the most inappropriate of tool, I shall endeavour to continue. Definitely looks like it's going to rain. It's not supposed to be doing, so someone's going to be getting a stern word off of me. Well, I was just assuming my levels of incompetence was becoming a little bit less significant because I've got part of the exhaust on until I noticed this. Yep. Got it on the hangers, got it through that end there, and then I've looped it to the wrong side of the car, so I've got to take it back out again.
I had a chippy for dinner. I had fish and chips and peas, and then a couple of hours later I started feeling a bit peckish. So I had a pasty out the fridge, and now I'm regretting it a bit. It's making me feel a bit... Sit down for 5 minutes might actually help me out quite a bit, actually.
Dan's Deep Bath, sponsored by Dettol.
Pedigree chum! Think before you flush. Think What is there to think about? Whether you should in fact flush down this gigantuous turd or leave it in the pan. Perhaps you should fish out your poo. Maybe someone on eBay will buy it, the kind of person that still buys Michael Jackson records. Now here's something a little off topic. Some of you may have noticed this little lady knocking about in many of my videos. Just as an observational joke, I've been sticking it in there to see who notices. Some of you have. But will you notice the next one? You noticed it in this video, but the next video it will be really hidden. So, little game. And I'll keep on doing this game until somebody tells me to stop it. Oh yeah, I think as much of a fiasco this appeared to be today, I did actually complete the job. So now Morris has more of a respectable exhaust sound. So the question is there anything else that's going to go wrong with respectable looking Project Morris? So far, of course, MOT, can't complain about that. Thermostat, that's okay, even though it went wrong to start with. Then the exhaust, and now that's sorted as well. So, should be alright for a while, hopefully. Oh, I almost forgot. I don't know how I forgot this. Head gasket as well. Head gasket taken off, head skimmed, head pressure tested. And that's what the problem was before, because the valves were leaking. So full gasket set, new rod, bolts, and everything to go with it. And to think I only bought this car to sell it,